everything is going green. So we're going to get into just a few reasons why that might be happening right now. Again, right
Everything
now, let me
is
see here. All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen that I'm sharing with you. Now, everything is going green right now, guys. Today, there's been one big reason why everything is going green. It's because of this guy, as you guys can see here. Uh, Basically, was announced today that Tesla, the owner of Tesla, Elon Musk, who has a lot of social clout, he took about 4 to 7% of the entire cash that was available in Tesla, and he put it into Bitcoin. That was a huge move. It ended up causing Bitcoin to soar in price. I mean, right now Bitcoin is up some more than 20% right now, which is ridiculous, and basically it hit a new all-time high. Thanks to just this one announcement. Not to mention, we have some other celebrities like Snoop Dogg, who adopted Dogecoin, and Dogecoin also one of the highest performing assets. You can see right here, 12% it's up just in the last 24 hours, guys. Phenomenal stuff. And not to mention that, but when you look at, let's see if I can zoom in here. Can't zoom in here, but when you look at all of the different assets that have grown in price, you see that almost every single crypto has, or at least the most popular ones, have increased in price. So it's almost as if to the novice trader, you can throw a stick in the wall and it'll catch, it'll land on something. It's almost like you can just put your money in anything and it's bound to grow. That's kind of the world that we're living in right now. Just in the last few months, just because usually what we'll see a trend is as Bitcoin tends to rise, most of the other assets tend to rise. Usually Ethereum is right behind that. So also just keep in mind that this gentleman right here is he's an innovator. So when he now did he innovate Bitcoin? No, not necessarily. Maybe this is one of the times where he's actually jumping on a trend. But I suspect if you go follow my friend Meet Kevin, or if you go follow George Gammon, right, they've made some really good points about what's really going on behind the rise of Ethereum. Yeah, and it's very interesting. I'll definitely go check out their channel. I won't spoil it for you. But if you really want to get in the nitty gritty of what caused Bitcoin to grow in price, and what's Elon Musk's real intention in buying Bitcoin, there's a real business, financial related reason why he might be doing that. Or it could also have to do with his influence as well. So you go take a look at George Gammon or Meet Kevin's channel to find out, what that might be. Now, essentially, going back to him being a trendsetter, it's because he's an innovator, right? Innovating from electric vehicles, from neurotechnology, from standpoint of solar energy, right? Usually when he does something, a lot of people follow. And that's what caused just this huge spike. Bitcoin is up to 40, it hit 46,000 at some point just in this last 24 hours. So there's a lot of speculation that, hey, well, if he did it, a lot of other companies are starting to adopt. There's already rumors about Apple potentially being the next, company to adopt. So big news, big news here, guys. So essentially, and this isn't the first time that Elon Musk has kind of been an advocate for Bitcoin, but this is his most public move. I suspect he's been looking to do this for a while, and he finally found the right time. Now, basically, a lot of you have been asking me, "Hey, Vinny, what should I invest in? Should I invest in this? Should I invest in that?" Well, at some point, I made a prediction that Bitcoin was, and I'll show you guys the chart here, the Bitcoin was going to drop in price. And I've shown you guys in the other videos As you can see, it's blown past that. I still expect that it's due for market correction at some point. We probably will have to raise this up here eventually, but for now, we'll just keep that there. But I do believe, and this box signifies where it's going to correct. It's most likely going to correct somewhere around here once I kind of redo these numbers. But for the most part, guys, it is due for a correction, right? So you can almost put your money into any type of asset right now, any type of crypto asset, and pretty much make money, right? But remember, the key is understanding why you're making that investment. You see, I made a comment in my Facebook earlier about why is it that, how I'm a little bit upset why, Bitcoin's growing in price just simply because, you know, uh, a public figure makes an announcement. I mean, it sounds a lot like GameStop, right? And you guys know how I feel about GameStop. So when you look at it from that standpoint, obviously you would also wonder, or maybe suspect, is Bitcoin sort of acting like the next GameStop? And as a holder of Bitcoin myself, having multiple accounts, and I own personally Bitcoin and Ethereum and many other coins, there's some element to that. I would say there's some element to some speculation going on, which is why I feel like the rise of news like this not supporting Bitcoin in the long term. Because the last time we saw the coin grow over hype, it was 2017 when it crashed. And I'll actually show you guys here. 2017 right here when it crashed all the way down, to basically from 14,000 to 3,000. That's a huge drop, guys. So, we don't want this drop that's coming up here to be based off of hype, right? Actually, we don't want this to be based off of hype. So that's essentially what the message that I'm trying to get at here is. So when we go back to things like this, what we want to look for is improvements in the technology, improvements in blockchain, in more uh, more utility of the coin itself, right? How many companies are creating cards and allowing users to use it, and what kind of stores are allowing it to be transacted, right? That's what we want to see, and we have been seeing that, like Visa, announced a few months ago that they're adopting crypto this year. PayPal, obviously everybody knew about that, so we're seeing that, which is why I am expecting a correction. I'm not expecting a major correction, but a correction has to happen at some point in the near future, right? Just simple market economics, right? Now, a lot of other people also saying, hey, the Chinese New Year historically, has created a drop. I'm getting all this information from CoinDesk too, guys. It's a great source of information for, I'm not uh, advocating for CoinDesk, is just basically what I go to for any. I don't, get paid for promoting CoinDesk in any way. While a lot of people, when you look at the chart, predict that just time and time again, if you look at 2019 and 2020, that they've created dripes. They call it the Chinese dump. They call it the actually, I'll get the correct terminology. The Chinese New Year dump. A lot of cryptocurrency traders, typically around this time, the price drops. And this year, Chinese New Year is February 12th. That's coming up. So you're not going to hear this anywhere, guys, right? If you like this, make sure to share, make sure to comment, and make sure to click that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button, because you know that you're only going to get information from like this, exclusive information from yours truly, your boy, Vinny Rodriguez. Only the most infinite insights here, guys. So make sure to click that subscribe button, all right, and share with somebody who is just as much of an advocate for investing like yourself. I'm waiting. You click that button yet? Come on, just click subscribe already. Click subscribe, and if you click subscribe, I'm gonna keep sending you more videos. That way you can be the first to get that information. Anyway, so back to this, guys. So the Chinese New Year dump, right? I believe, in my opinion here, that uh, I agree with the consensus. Uh, Again, I do feel like there's a lot of pressure right now. All of this hype, it puts a lot of tension into Bitcoin. And because there's not a lot of evidence that, there are improvements being made in the last week or two, in blockchain or something physically, tangibly related to Bitcoin, then I believe it is expected for a correction. I just don't believe it'll be as sharp as what we might see in the data here, right? So as you can see here, February 3rd, 2019, you can see here February 5th. So you could see the prices just in anticipation of the event dropping, and prices in anticipation are also dropping here. But guys, pay attention to the spikes that happen after. You see, this article says that, a lot of people expect a drop in the price. But when you see what happened after these drops, you see these huge spikes again. So my anticipation, guys, is there'll be a minor correction, right? Later set up for Bitcoin to hit $50,000 in virtually no time. So that's my prediction on that. Now, just one thing, guys. I know we talked about Dogecoin, and you guys want to research that a little bit more. Snoop Dogg, being an advocate. I don't own any Dogecoin yet. I just kind of feel like I tend to want to get on the train at the wrong time. So I'm just looking for the right time for me to get in there. But when it comes to Ethereum, guys, this is the secret sauce. And you guys, I know I mentioned this before. I'm actually going to do a separate video of why Ethereum is so powerful. Okay, but for now, just take a look let's do a quick comparison here of the growth of Bitcoin over the last year. So Bitcoin has produced about 351% of a growth in the asset. 351%. A lot of people are just mind blown with that number, right? 351%, that's crazy. And that's what hits mainstream. That's what hits everybody's talking about Bitcoin, but nobody is talking about how the year to date Ethereum, comparison to comparison, Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin double. Double, guys. I mean, we're at 600% on Ethereum. That's absolutely ridiculous. So actually, we could put the two and two together. Let's put Bitcoin and Ethereum to fight with each other, and let's see who wins the battle. All right. So when we look at them eye to eye here, I want to see. Let me just increase this chart for you. And we compare Bitcoin being traded to Ethereum. What do we see here? So we see in the past, there was some sharp drops, Ethereum facing those sharp drops that you remember you seeing over here. But when you look at it today, I mean, Bitcoin is just on a rise right here, guys. Bitcoin is on its way to put Bitcoin out of its misery, so to speak. Now, it's got a long way historically, from competing against Bitcoin, but you could clearly see that Ethereum is gaining some momentum. Basically, this chart, what it represents is the price of Bitcoin against the price of Ethereum against Bitcoin. So as price moves up, that means Ethereum is strengthening and Bitcoin is weakening. So you can see the last time that Ethereum was weakening was back in 2018. Makes perfect sense. Ethereum had weakened a lot then. But since then, guys, it's just been on a trajectory on its way back up. And Ethereum already hit essentially an all-time high, which I'll show you guys here. An all-time high when you look at it from a standpoint of comparing it to the dollar. Look at that, guys. So it broke through this all-time high right here. And here we are today at 611%. And I believe there is no slowing down on Ethereum. Why? Because almost every new coin, and there's thousands and thousands of coins, guys, thousands of coins that are using the Ethereum blockchain, not Bitcoin. Bitcoin has its own blockchain, but a lot of people are using the Ethereum blockchain to run their coins. So I believe that as crypto becomes more and more popular, a lot of these coins gain in popularity. We even saw Polkadot now becoming a big, very powerful coin as well. I believe Ethereum is just going to soar even further. That's just my prediction. Obviously, there's no guarantees, only probabilities. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. I'm not here to give any financial advice. All I'm saying is that as a personal favorite of mine, Ethereum, that I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Ethereum. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, but I believe Ethereum is more bullish than Bitcoin, and it's proven itself time and time again. So, with that said, guys, I just wanted to hop on here and just share some of that news with you today. A lot of exciting stuff going on. If you guys want to read the article that I read, are included below. And essentially, right, we'll be back live tomorrow with more infinite insights. And I will see you guys in the next